Now we go.
Morning.
Good morning. A very warm welcome to St Andrews with Nadia, with Alison, with Malcolm and the Ingalls.
Yes, and today it was Sneezy again. Sneezy, I've decided it's Sneezy, Dog and Bashful.
So, thank you for that, Alison.
Yes,
that's very,
we just
very,
add a little bit of Disney
very,
in
very
there.
helpful. Yes, that's very, very good. Very good. So, what have we
more
just
important things.
What have we just read?
Deuteronomy 19. She was a very big, long
Passage,
treatise about
but about law
justice and law.
justice. And I love this. These sort of cities of refuge that are set up where you can run if you unintentionally kill somebody. Because in that culture, if you killed somebody, then immediately your life was forfeit.
Right.
So people were able to, if there was an unintentional killing, people could run to the city of refuge. And very practical, he says 3 cities separately apart so that people can get to them. If your territory gets larger, add a 4th city.
Yeah, I liked it.
Yeah.
I like this very much, this sense of 3.
Yeah.
But
But then equally, if somebody does intentionally kill somebody and run to the city, then the city is prepared, has to give them up. And I mean, again, that idea of a city of refuge, a place of refuge, it sort of picks up a little bit in sort of I don't know whether it's explicitly picked up in the New Testament, but in poetry, but yeah.
And also the idea about 2 witnesses, I think he mentioned it in the New Testament as well when Christ rose or something like this.
Yes, but there were the 2 women.
Yeah.
The 2, Matthew particularly likes mentioning and there are 2 women who witnessed the resurrection. And the thing as well about boundaries. So it's so much about truth. It's about, that this is God's land, and
that he's given you, yes, all the time. He kept repeating that.
and then of course the great Old Testament commandment, eye for eye, tooth for tooth, and Jesus who explicitly turns this round and says, "You have heard it was said, hand for hand, eye for eye, tooth for tooth. But I say to you, if somebody strikes you on one cheek,
Yes.
offer the other."
For the other.
So there is a degree of which revelation, God increases the revelation. Because if you remember in the Old Testament, in the beginning, with writing in Cain, it says, if somebody kills Cain, Lamech says, if somebody kills Lamech, let 70 others of them being killed. So it was it wasn't just a life for a life, it was 70 lives for a life. And now...
Okay, so moving on.
And this idea here about turning the other cheek is in our New Testament passage. No? So in this letter, I mean.
Mm-hmm. 1 Peter 2.
Yeah.
1 Peter 2, yeah.
So that...
I mean, again, this is very hard. This is very, very countercultural teaching here, where he says, he says to the slaves, accept the authority of your masters, even when that authority is harsh, even when, even when you're punished for stuff you don't do. Because he says, and this is the really hard thing, because to this you have been called. And then he holds up the example of the Lord Jesus. And in the sense that sometimes unjust suffering, when we suffer unjustly, there is an element of, if we choose to do so, there's an element we're following Christ. And there might even be an element of vicariousness in it, that by our suffering, others may be saved. I don't understand it, but there does seem to be an element of that, yeah. But also this, I urge you as aliens and exiles, we are called to be different in this world to where we're living.
Yes. Thank you.
It's quite hard.
Thank you. It's really hard.
Passages today.
I know. I
need to reflect on.
I'm just thinking of poor old pieces that, for we like sheep have gone astray. That's all I can do.
Yes.
So yes.
Bless you. Have
Thank
a
you.
wonderful day, and I hope to see you tomorrow. Maybe we'll have Mike back.
Bye.